For decades, Ben Shephard has been the face of British warmth and reliability, the man whose smile could lift a nation's mood before breakfast. From Good Morning Britain to Tipping Point, and his countless moments of grace and good humor on ITV, Ben has always seemed like the very embodiment of calm and kindness. He's the presenter who never raises his voice, who laughs easily, who makes others shine. But behind that reassuring smile, something heartbreaking has unfolded. Something that has left his family, friends, and millions of fans across the country deeply shaken. Recent reports confirm that Ben Shephard has been rushed to intensive care after a sudden medical emergency, one that, according to those closest to him, came without warning. A shock no one saw coming. It began, as so many tragedies do, on what should have been an ordinary day. Ben had been juggling his many commitments: This Morning, Tipping Point, charity appearances, and local community projects, all while filming for a new special that was set to air later this year. According to insiders, he had been showing subtle signs of exhaustion for several weeks, but, true to his nature, he brushed it off, insisting he was fine. "He's always the first to arrive and the last to leave," said a production colleague. Ben never complains. He just keeps going, for the viewers, for the team, for his family. But the body has its limits. Sources close to the Shephard family revealed that Ben collapsed at home early one morning, shortly after returning from a long day of filming. Annie, his devoted wife of over 2 decades, found him unresponsive and immediately called for help. Paramedics arrived within minutes, rushing him to a London hospital, where he was admitted to intensive care. Doctors described his condition as critical but stable, adding that his quick arrival may have saved his life. Annie's unbreakable strength. Annie Shephard, often a private presence in Ben's public life, has now become the quiet center of his recovery. Those who have seen her describe a woman both heartbroken and resolute, refusing to leave his side even for a moment. One insider shared that Annie has spent every night at the hospital, barely eating or sleeping, sitting beside Ben's bed with a hand gently resting on his arm. "Annie is his rock," said a close family friend. "She's always been the calm force behind Ben's success. Now she's the one holding everything together." Their 2 sons, Sam and Jack, have also been by their father's side, supported by close family friends and ITV colleagues who've rallied around them in quiet solidarity. The nation holds its breath. As word spread, Britain reacted with an outpouring of love and disbelief. Social media flooded with messages of support under hashtags like "Pray for Ben" and "Stay Strong, Shephard." Messages poured in not only from fans, but from celebrities and co-hosts who've shared the screen with Ben for years. Susanna Reid, Ben's longtime Good Morning Britain colleague, was visibly emotional as she spoke on air. "With Ben, you don't just get a presenter, you get a friend. Every single person who's ever worked with him will tell you the same. We're all praying he pulls through." Kate Garraway, who has faced her own share of personal hardship, shared a message on social media. "Ben has been there for me through my darkest days. Now it's our turn to be there for him. Please keep him and Annie in your thoughts." Even Bradley Walsh reportedly reached out privately to Annie, offering words of encouragement and a heartfelt reminder. "If anyone can fight through this, it's Ben. He's tougher than he looks." The medical reality. While hospital officials have not disclosed Ben's exact diagnosis, those close to the situation say the emergency may have been linked to severe exhaustion and stress, possibly compounded by an underlying condition he'd been managing quietly for months. "He's been under incredible pressure," said one ITV insider. Filming multiple shows, balancing family life, charity work, and his role on This Morning, Ben gives everything 110%. But lately, he wasn't giving himself a break. Doctors have reportedly advised complete rest and an extended recovery period once Ben stabilizes, warning that a premature return to work could risk further complications. For someone like Ben, always active, always moving, this enforced stillness may prove as difficult as the illness itself. A private battle behind public smiles. Those close to Ben say this health crisis didn't appear overnight. It had been building quietly, hidden beneath the surface of his cheerful television persona. In interviews over the past year, Ben often spoke of feeling stretched, of missing his son's football matches, of late nights and early mornings that never seemed to stop. "I love what I do," he once said in a candid moment on This Morning, "but sometimes I forget to pause." That confession, made with a smile and a shrug at the time, now feels hauntingly prophetic. Annie's poise and pain. Those who know Annie describe her as steady, intelligent, and fiercely loyal, qualities that have defined her marriage since she and Ben first met at the University of Birmingham. "She's never been one for the spotlight," said a mutual friend. "Annie's happiest when she's at home with Ben, their boys, and a quiet evening in the garden. But she's also incredibly strong, and that strength is what's holding everything together right now." Witnesses at the hospital say Annie has spent much of her time reading messages aloud to Ben, even when he's unconscious. Letters from colleagues, notes from viewers, and heartfelt prayers from around the world. She believes he can hear her, the source shared. She tells him how loved he is. She tells him he's not done yet. ITV responds. ITV has officially suspended Ben's filming schedules across all programs for the foreseeable future. In a brief statement, a spokesperson said, "Our thoughts are with Ben, Annie, and the entire Shephard family at this difficult time. Ben is not just a valued colleague, but a dear friend to many of us. We're all rooting for his full recovery." Production teams from Tipping Point and This Morning have paused shoots, with co-presenters stepping in to cover segments in Ben's absence. But even as the cameras roll, there's a visible gap, a sense that something vital is missing. As one crew member said, "It just doesn't feel the same without him. He's the heart of the room." The emotional toll. Friends close to the family say that Annie has tried to maintain composure, but in private moments, the weight of uncertainty is overwhelming. "She's been incredibly brave," a source shared, "but when the hospital lights dim and the corridors go quiet, that's when you see it, the fear in her eyes. She's terrified of what comes next." Despite this, Annie continues to embody quiet strength, a quality that has inspired fans across the country. Many have drawn parallels to the support she's given Ben throughout his career, standing beside him during every success, quietly celebrating every milestone without seeking attention. "Annie's love for Ben has always been deep, not loud," said one close friend. "And now that love is what's keeping him alive." Messages of hope. Across the entertainment world, tributes have poured in, heartfelt, genuine, and deeply emotional. Holly Willoughby posted a simple message on Instagram. "Sending love to Ben and Annie, the kindest souls I know. Hold on, Ben. We're all behind you." Lorraine Kelly shared a photo of her and Ben from an earlier ITV event with the caption, "This man lights up every room he enters. Get well soon, darling. We all need you back." Even international stars like Piers Morgan and Richard Osman joined the chorus of well-wishers, proving that Ben's warmth and professionalism have touched lives far beyond the ITV studios. The nation unites. For a moment, the usual noise of celebrity gossip and political chatter has fallen silent, replaced by something purer, genuine concern and collective hope. It's as though the entire country has paused, united by one thought: Ben Shephard must pull through. From pensioners in small villages to mourning commuters who've watched him for years, messages continue to flood in. Some fans have even begun lighting candles or sending handmade cards to ITV's London office. "He feels like family," one viewer wrote. "We've had breakfast with him for 20 years. You don't just lose that kind of presence without feeling it deeply." Annie's letter to fans. After days of silence, Annie released a brief, handwritten message through the family's representative, her words humble and filled with gratitude. "To everyone who has sent prayers, letters, and kind wishes, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Ben is fighting, and he's surrounded by love. Your support means more to us than we can ever express." Her message ended simply, "Keep believing. Love, Annie." It was a statement that captured every